everybody, what is going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over how you can build the best squad in MLB The Show 21, all right? How you guys can get the most out of your squad, how you can score more runs, how you can win more games, and how you can just have a better time playing the game, all right? So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man, subscribe. Make sure you guys are subscribed because we're doing the giveaway here on the channel on July 4th for this Fernando Tatis Jr. autographed baseball right there. There's a little bit of glare on. There we go. And we'll be giving this away on the channel, live on the stream. You guys make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube and you are followed over on Twitch. You'll find the link in the description below, all right? And then on Subscriber Sundays on Sunday, July 4th at 11 a.m. Central, we'll be doing the giveaway. So you guys make sure you are there for that. But let's go ahead and get right into it. But first, you guys, make sure to check out a new sponsor here on the channel, ahmlb.com, where you guys can get MLB The Show 21 stubs at discounted prices, the cheapest stubs in town. Use code BIG for 5% off. All right, you guys, so here we are. We've got a squad. I'm going to go ahead and go to like a blank squad. We've got just blank common cards placed on it here. And I'm going to talk about a couple things here that I think will really help you guys if you're a new player or not. Even if you're not a new player, man, if you've been playing for several years, you know, what's the meta this year? How can you really you know, have more success while you're playing and everything? So here's the first thing that I like to do. Number one, right off the bat, let's address the outfield. The outfield is very important. You need speedy players out there, and you need high fielding players out there, and you want the hitting stats to fall into play also. So if you're looking for 5-tool players, pretty much center fielders at all your positions, that's kind of what you're looking for. Obviously there's some of the collection that are going to be great cards, like an Alfonso Soriano, and it doesn't really matter what card I'm actually selecting for this scenario. Don't pay attention to that, but we're paying attention to similar cards and the styles and certain specific things, all right? So that's what I want to talk about. With this one, with outfielders, that's the big thing, man. Diamond fielding and fast outfielders, that is key. You're going to have a lot of guys that are going to be hitting balls in the gaps. You're going to have guys that are trying to put the ball, you know, all over the field. And the faster your outfield is on some of these shorter fields, or even tall walls and shorter fields, you know, or even big fields with large gaps for you to be able to run into and make the play. You want that speed out there, man, to be able to make plays like that. That's one of the reasons why someone like a Kenny Lofton or somebody is still an actual good card, even though you guys may see power not being existent on that card. He still hits home runs, man. And you know, I prefer having that defense out there like crazy. So if you look at cards like this is high fielding, high speed. Those are the types of cards I like for the outfield. If we're going here for a right field type card, we're going to try to do the same kind of thing. It's a free card right now out there, is the Tony Gwynn card. Maybe you want a little bit more power, and you can mix a little power in with speed. Don't worry about that. We did right here with Soriano, so it is definitely doable. You can do it with Dante Bichette here as well. He's got a little bit of speed. Not known as a great swing in the game, but even some of your live series cards will still work right now, like a Mookie Betts. You're going to get speed and defense with. Let's just put him out there for right now for that. So that's pretty cool. The Ricky Henderson card is another card that you could put out here as well. For the infield, man, look, here's how I like to do my infield. I like to try to keep diamond fielders wherever I possibly can. Like most of us, I think all of us like to do that. We can't do it everywhere. So if you can give it up at a certain positions, then you go ahead and do. First base, obviously, being one of those positions that you're going to give it up at. You're not going to find a lot of diamond fielders at first base. You'll find a few. Don Mattingly is going to be one right now that's in the game that you can use. You know, a lot of people are using the Vlad Guerrero Jr. card or Jim Thome. Those cards are fine. I don't really have a recommendation for you at first base. Use whatever you're comfortable with over there because defense isn't going to matter. So you just want to use a good swing. For second base and shortstop, I recommend putting a diamond fielder in there, at least gold, and maybe someone that can transition to diamond when you parallel them. It's gonna cut off a lot of runs from a lot of your a lot of the games you play from balls getting up the middle or getting in the gaps between third and short, or second and first, or even up the middle as well. Those reaction times are something that you really want to look at for these cards for shortstop and second base. Really high reaction time, and that number is going to be on the green over here. It's on the far right. Like somebody, obviously the Trevor Story card's kind of crazy. I'm not suggesting that. Let's go look at a free card though. In Trevor Groshans right here. He's an 86. That's very good on reaction. Something like that would be good for you. The Jackie Robinson card, there's two of them, obviously, we know right now. We'll just kind of look at the second one right here. His reaction's an 84 on this one, so you can even go with that. That's really good over there. So you want that high reaction. If you can get in the 90s, even better. If not, then you just do what you can with what you got. For third base is very important. I like to have at least gold over there. I've had Chipper over there. He's gold now because I've paralleled him. And you can take guys like that are silvers or bronze, or maybe not bronze, but are silvers that will parallel to a gold, and you can work on them slowly, and it'll help you along the way. But for me at third base, I need to have at least gold defense, man. It's imperative for me. I really struggle with letting balls get by that should be just caught, and they look like they get Olayed or something, over there. So gold defense is definitely something that I'm gonna need for sure while I'm over there for third base. Like a Kyle Seager or something, some kind of style like that. You don't need a lot of speed for these guys in the infield. It's not as important, and we're gonna get to that here in just a second. All right, so catchers. We're gonna move on to catchers now. Catchers are a little bit different. Catchers, I don't worry about so much having as good a defense, kind of like first base, but you still want good. You don't want common. Bronze is acceptable. I prefer silvers moving up towards gold, and then diamond obviously clearly is going to be great for you. Speed, don't be a factor with on that. Swing is going to be just whatever you're comfortable with. You guys can go with whatever your comfort with level is on that. Sam Huff is a free card here that a lot of people are using because they like it. He's got gold defense too, man. This is a great card if you can squeeze in there. But a lot of people have Posada or the new Carlos Santana card. And these cards are switch hitters, man. I love anytime I can get a switch hitter in, I work a switch hitter in. So those are cards for me in that instance. First base, we didn't pick anybody over here, right? I just said let's just throw a free card on there. We'll put Jimmy Fox on there. He has a great swing. All right, now let's talk about the bench. How you can address your bench and how you can get the most use out of it. So here's what I like to do. Remember how the outfield, we put those speedy outfielders out there in the outfield that can get to a lot of balls? Well, those are great, man. We don't need to be able to pinch run for those late in games, but some of these infielders, are slow. I don't know right here. What I would do right here, I would take Kyle Seager slow. All right, Grosjean's is okay. Jackie Robinson's good, but Jimmy Fox is slow and Carlos Santana is slow. So I got three guys on my bench that aren't that fast. So we all have 5 slots on the bench, all right? And we've got 3 cards that are slow. So here's what I'm going to do in this instance. And this is kind of what I like to do typically with my squad. I like to take those 3 slots that I have that I might need a replacement for. And we're going to take a couple of guys, at least one guy, all right? Because one time a game, you're going to know that you're going to need replacement. So let's say we've got a third baseman. We're going to need to find a third baseman, a backup third baseman. Who can we put in here? Let's just grab anybody, all right? We're not gonna pay too much time with this, but Joe Torre is going to be a good one here. We'll put in. All right, we need a backup first baseman as well. Who can we use for first base? Jim Thome. We'll use him right here. All right, and then a backup catcher. We need a backup catcher. Who can we get that's not too terribly bad? We got Johnny Bench right there. We'll throw him in. All right, so we've got a replacement for all 3 of those positions in case we have to pinch run late in the game. Now, who would you pinch run for these guys? Well, you don't want to use these guys. So maybe you've got a, here's a good card, right? A gold card that not a lot of people use, but you just use it to pinch run with. You don't have to use it for any other purpose except for that. And it's the D. Gordon card. D. Strange Gordon here. Let me see. Where is it located at? I know it's in here. I know we'll find it. Give me just a second. There it is right there. D. Strange Gordon right there. D. Gordon. So he's got 97 speed, 97 stealing. So one of these guys gets on base late in the game. He gets a single. You needed to turn into a double. You need to get him in scoring position. You pinch run for him, and then the following inning, you just bring in this defensive replacement. And then what I like to do is then keep this as a switch hitter. Find somebody who's a switch hitter. And you can find any switch hitter that you want and put them on your bench. Here's another free card right here. Great card. That way, a lot of times late in games, you may only come off the bench once or twice, so you're not going to have to worry about it. So it's not that big a deal. Now, another option that you guys can work with the bench and how you can actually make it more effective is if you don't have maybe, say, these spots right here, or 3 of them. Maybe you've only got a couple spots. Maybe you found some speedy guys at all your positions. Maybe you got lucky and did that if you're playing Jackie Robinson at first base or something. But what you can do is you can also have where you can platoon guys, all right? Maybe I found that like the Soriano card does not face righties very well, but he hits lefties great for me. So I'll put him in. Maybe I won't start him. Maybe I find I'm facing more lefties. So maybe I will start him. And then if a lefty or if a righty pitcher comes in, I'll make a switch to the bench and put in a lefty. I'll keep a lefty for that position here on my bench. So there's lots of different options on how you can play with this. and make your squad a little bit better just through little movements and things like this along the way. For pitchers as well, though, here's what I like to do. Starting pitchers, find who you're comfortable with. Lefties seem to be the meta. We're not even going to go over the starting pitchers because I think that's a whole nother video that we could get into for the best starting pitchers to use right now in MLB The Show. I think everybody's kind of got the same general starting pitchers in a way also. So, but the bullpen's a place that everybody needs a lot of help. Here's how I recommend going about your bullpen, all right? What I would do is you have 8 slots this year. Typically, we've only had 7 slots in the pen, and now we've got 8. So I would take no more than 4 of each, righties and lefties, and make sure that you have obviously the 4 of each, or maybe 3 of one. Maybe you can do 3 lefties if you'd like to. But what I like to do is, because we have an even number, let's take 4 guys that throw hard and 4 guys that don't throw hard, that are more junk ball pitchers, all right? Because what you'll notice when you play a game is, as you get into it, those first couple innings, you're going to know right away if your opponent can hit junk ball off-speed pitches, or if he's always early on them, or if he's hitting fastballs, or he's always late on them. You're going to know. So you'll be able to follow that pattern throughout the game and just kind of pay attention to it. I think that is very key in being able to kind of situationally manipulate your opponent into a win for you. All right. So I would take 4 flamethrowers and 4 not so flamethrowers, I guess, on the bench as well. We have switch hitters dialed up right here. So just those junk ball pitchers. So maybe your fast guys are going to be like Dibble or Lee Smith. Excuse me, sorry about that. Or maybe Gagne, he gets it up there a little bit too. But some of these guys like Billy Wagner down here or something. But then your junk ball pitchers that you want to work in, John Franco's a good one here that you can work in. Trevor Hoffman, even the Darren O'Day, Sergio Romo, Adam Wainwright. There's a lot more of those in the game right now than aren't. But just kind of find those mixtures, and you really want to keep just a good variation in speeds. That's the best way to tell you how to go through. Keep 4 that are way up there on the velocity and 4 that are way down there on the velocity. And if you can get the perfect mix of 2 lefties and 2 righties of each, I mean, come on. That's deadly right there. So that's a big thing for me. If you find yourself struggling, here's another tip that I'll give you guys. It's gonna be the last tip that I've got here on this video. But if you find yourself struggling through hitting, and hitting is a problem for you because maybe somebody is doing this to you guys with the pitchers, and they figured out your pattern, take a strike the first time through that order, man. Take a strike the first time through that order. Get more comfortable and just try to see the pitches a little bit better and work on your timing. It does help. So I hope this video helps you guys build a better squad and feel more comfortable in MLB The Show 21. But y'all do me a favor, as always. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks. Peace.